Diane, are you there?
Sure am. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oops. There we go.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. What do you have on?
Boxy,
Foxy?
Boxy Boxy.
Oh,
It's made by Hohi. Hohi, did I say her name right?
I think so. Close enough.
Yeah, yeah.
hi, Carolyn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I was getting laundry in the dryer and another load in.
I think we all logged on at the same time within less than a minute.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just a busy day.
Yep.
You have a lot of company coming or baking?
My daughter's son-in-law and their puppy came last night. They left this morning to go do some Christmas stuff and visit friends. Puppy's still here. They'll be back this evening. Yes, I have baking to do. Did some yesterday, last 2 days. Got 6 loaves of cranberry bread done.
Oh my
How
goodness.
many?
6.
Wow. Am I on that list?
Got cookies in the refrigerator. I just have to bake them. Did the dough last night. And we've got 2 parties today. One I'm going to this afternoon, drop off some gifts, and then we have one next door tonight. So I will probably be getting off about 11.
Yeah. No worries. It's busy time for everybody.
And all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, oh shoot, because my husband and I are headed up north tomorrow. So I was like, yesterday I'm thinking, oh, I'm ahead, I'm all good. And then it's like, oh shoot, I got 2 loads of laundry to do.
So does your daughter and son-in-law go up north also?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Ian's from Traverse City, so his dad's
Oh.
up there too.
Oh, that's a bonus.
Yeah. So I think they're going up Monday. My son and daughter-in-law will stay here. They won't make it up north this time.
And does he lives in town though, or nearby?
Yeah, about 20 minutes away.
Okay.
During construction, it was about an hour away if you went the highway, but now it's only about 20 minutes away.
I worked on gauge for night and day.
Uh-huh.
What needle size did you use?
What it called for? 4. I
Sorry,
didn't do
what
I
are
didn't-
you making?
the night and day cowl.
Oh, cool.
I didn't do gauge on that, to be honest with you. Because with it being a cowl, you know, and technically lamb and goat is fingering, even though it's a thicker fingering. Size 4 seems to be working, with everybody else seem to be working out pretty well. Using the size 4 needles, so that's just what I kept with.
Did it only take one hank of each color of the
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it said GK weight wool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you are. It says size 6.
Oh, then I used a size 6.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking for. I used whatever needle it called for.
Okay, well, it says 6/4 millimeter, so you probably remember the millimeter.
Yeah, I used size 6.
Okay, good. I liked the feel, but it wasn't to gauge. And I thought, yeah, I'll ask Carolyn what she used.
I used a 6. I had left over, so I could have even gone up a size. I think I did the adult small. But I could have done the next size up because I had plenty.
So you could have done the adult medium?
Or the adult medium, yeah.
Okay.
What are you working on, Jean?
I'm working on another boxy.
Well,
So
at least you're wearing what you're working on.
exactly, I got it out and put it on to see if I liked the fit of it, because the second one I'm making a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And so it's just like 400 stitches knit in the round until you can't hardly stand it anymore. So,
Yeah.
but that's the perfect mindless knitting. So
Yeah.
but I got to the part where you have to separate for front and back. So I have to do a
Oh, it
little,
must be bottom up then.
yes. Yep.
Is this the one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep. And there's actually, I believe that there's a worsted version out as well.
What are you doing it in?
Fingering.
So yeah, those 400 stitches really feel.
Right.
1,200 to 2,500 yards.
I
That
think
is
I'm
heavy.
on my third ball of yarn. That sounds about right. But I'll show you. I think, I mean, it's fine, but I wish I would have made it a little bit longer.
Oh, the one you're wearing? Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
But it goes so here. So the next one will be a little like this, I think. But we'll see. But yeah,
Very pretty.
Oh, I like that.
thank you. This
I like,
was Malabrigo stock. I
okay.
can't read. I love this color, but I can't remember the name of it. It's got all the different, I don't know. It's just pretty.
I'm gonna pin you. There we go. Oh, and it has the bind off. Oh, no. Like I could see around you by going this way.
Ooh, that's pretty.
What are we trying to look for this?
Yeah.
It's a camera on this thing right there. Okay. Yeah, it's got little, yeah, you can probably see it better over there.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. It's kind of like a rib almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can't remember how it worked, but, and then the sleeves are super short. They're only supposed to start at your elbow. I think I'll make the sleeves longer on the next one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I kind of like them, at the elbow.
yeah, you can, yeah, it's just be nice to have one of each, because when I'm cold, I can wear the longer one.
You're so good.
And it's just
Maybe I
called
should make
box.
I'll dig out my leftovers and make some long gloves that match.
Yeah. And it's just called Boxy.
Yes, BOXY.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm on her page on Ravelry trying to find it. In
She's
teeny
got
tiny.
so many patterns.
I
Just
know.
I typed in Boxy and it popped up. There were several in there, and it was the first one.
So she's got at least 2 versions. I can't recall if there's a third one, but I think I think she made a worsted weight one.
I have a huge skein of yarn that I am so looking forward to using, and I haven't found a pattern yet, and I'm wondering if that one will work.
How many yards is it?
Oh, it's over 1,200.
Okay.
One skein or hank, whatever.
I mean, you could totally make I made like the third size, just because I wanted extra, because I call it a swancho. It's really a poncho with sleeves.
You
Oh.
wanted the boxy feel.
You're right. But there's really not that much difference. I don't have the directions in front of me. Shoot. I don't think there's that much difference in circumference in the first three sizes. Like I think the second and third are the same. Yeah, the first size you cast on 370, and the next three sizes you cast on 390. So,
Yeah, the way it sounds, it says the biggest difference among the different sizes is the sleeve circumference.
yes. Yep. Got it back to mostly mindless knitting now for the next 3 inches, I think.
How's your gnome coming?
Oh, she's done. I finished it yesterday. So,
Where is he?
oh, I didn't want to wreck the surprise for Carolyn. So
Nope, go for it.
have you been looking at it online?
Yeah. And someone showed me theirs. I said, I don't care if it's surprise.
I kind of feel like it's a cross between Little Red Riding Hood and Darth Vader, but I'll show you. You can tell me what you think.
Okay.
It's so funny.
I thought it was very cute.
That's taken care of, so I will put that aside to finish what I really have to.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, look it.
She's supposed to have glasses, but I don't know. The glasses weren't
Oh,
doing
look
it.
at that.
Because it's supposed to have the brim folded up and then have glasses on, and I don't know. I liked it, at least for now. I like it like this. So.
Oh, how
So
cute. That is adorable. Yeah, I
So
was
what
reading one of the last clues, and it's like, okay, it was the braid, and I'm like, this isn't. My mind was spinning 12 other thousand things, and I'm like, okay, this isn't making sense. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'll read it later.
It is so weird to have I think this is the only one I've ever made without a beard.
Yeah,
I've put braids and a
that's
beard on before, but yeah.
since it's a Nana.
Yeah.
Of
Anyway,
course, somebody said, well, Nana wouldn't have a beard, and somebody said, well, some Nanas have beards, so some Nanas have hairy chins, so
gosh. And my brother that lives in town made me this little. He
Oh,
made
how
me a
cute.
whole bunch of these. So, yeah. I don't know if I have room for her up here.
This is how my night and day is going to be. The color wise.
Oh, that
Ooh.
is so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Let me pin you pretty,
Yeah.
please.
That is so pretty.
What yarn are you using?
I'm using the leftover from my growing. So that's Acadia. And then
Okay.
Spin Cycle.
Ooh, very
Oh,
cool.
how pretty.
because I have 3 1/4 skeins, cakes,
Mm-hmm.
hanks, whatever, left over. And it takes 2 for my Acadia. So I'm now down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm happy.
So which size of cowl are you gonna make?
Well, after listening to Carolyn, I think I'm gonna stick with the small
Okay.
because Carolyn now, but then again, I could go up to the next size.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have plenty of yarn.
Yeah, I think I might go up to the next size. I'll see how it's working.
I haven't looked at the pattern. Do you have to cast on more to go up a size, or do you just
No.
keep?
No,
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
no,
you
the
cast
cast on
on-
is 3 stitches. So
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
and then you increase, and then I think it's just a repeat extra in a section or 2 that is the size difference.
Okay.
But to start it, it's all the same.
I'll show you the, I just had it in my hand.
Oops.
Oh, here we go. This is, I put something behind it.
Yeah. And where you
Oh.
start in the corner where the circle is, that's where the 3 is.
Okay. Yep, that's her classic cowl shape.
Yeah.
So then, okay, cool. Is the adult, you made the adult small, how does that compare to the shift cowl in size?
I think that's what I made in the shift cowl too.
Okay,
And this, to me, grew when I blocked it.
okay,
Which is what I want it to do, because you want to be able to have it over the head and scrunched up and.
right, yep. And not be too tight around the neck. I don't like
Mhm.
it when they come out like too tight.
I'm still working on my socks.
It's good to have lots of projects going at once.
Cool.
I think they'll be long enough. These are, this is up the leg.
Oh, wow,
Perfect.
okay.
Yep.
So, oops, cool. I
Are
have
you,
the yarn inside.
are you at the
Yeah,
ribbing?
Mary.
I am.
I thought it looked like it
You're
was.
supposed
Oh,
to
those are-
do 2 inches of ribbing.
Okay,
The ribbing starts right there.
you
I
gotta
think
keep
I'm
going so you can
close to
use your
3
favorite color.
Pardon me?
Gotta keep going so you can use wasn't the color you were trying to use like right at the end?
Yeah. My blue. It starts way up here. Finally, I get the blue that I
Oh.
like. I'm like, darn you.
So you had to
But I-
either hide it in your shoe or have it way up high.
Way up high. And then fold it over.
Oh, sure.
That way I can be warm. But this is what I have left. See, there's my color right there.
Oh,
There's-
yep. Oh, yep.
There's the color you wanted.
Yeah. So I have to do that and then I can fold it down so people can see it.
Yep.
I'm a sick puppy sometimes.
I think you should wear it with like a skirt so you can just like lift the hem up a little and show off your socks.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mary.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Mary.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
How's everybody?
Good. How about you?
I'm eating a sugar cookie for breakfast. Does that say anything?
Perfect.
My
Very
kind of
well.
lady.
I'm eating a
That's
sugar cookie for breakfast.
not- I see nothing wrong with that.
I don't either. I've done that plenty of times.
Yep.
Well, this is the first year that we're getting back into making cookies.
Yeah.
And I said that I wanted to make them, and I knew I wanted to make the blossom and then the pecan tassies, I think it's called.
Hmm.
And so Dale got, he bought some lard, and he couldn't find his grandmother's molasses and sugar cookie recipe. And he looked and looked. I went in. I pulled out the envelope that when Gran had sent it to him decades ago. Of course, Gran has since passed. And so Dale made his molasses cookies first and then sugar cookies. And she would put 2 raisins in the middle of her sugar cookie for some reason.
Hmm.
And they turned out really good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
And I got my blossoms made yesterday. And I don't have all the ingredients for my pecan. They're like little pecan pies.
Oh,
Yum.
okay.
Okay.
And now he's decided he wants to try shortbread. And I'll tell you, having him in the kitchen, it was so nice working with him. I said, we gotta do this more often.
I thought
Like-
you were
Yeah.
gonna say there was a big mess.
No, no, no.
I don't think I got all the sugar cookie stuff cleaned up yet. My husband made them and they're delicious, but he's like a walking tornado in the kitchen. So I think there's still some flour I need to wipe off somewhere. But they
But are the
are
cookies
good. Huh?
As long as the cookies are good, you're golden.
You got it, right? They're very
Yeah.
good. They're not fancy. He's put some frosting on them and sprinkled some different things on them, but they're good.
We're not doing that fancy. Dale brought up last night a block of butter, and I said, do you want me to take this back downstairs? He said, no, I need to have it at room temperature. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
gonna try shortbread. But I just thought having his grandma's recipe in the envelope that she mailed it to him,
That's
Yeah.
neat.
that was great.
That's the way
Very
to do it.
cool.
And we didn't have any spry. So I made my blossoms with lard.
What's the other thing? Spry?
Yeah,
What's that?
it comes in usually a big can.
Kind of like Crisco, only a different brand.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Was it like butter flavored or something?
I don't remember what it didn't say, but I knew we didn't have it because we haven't made cookies in forever. And he had picked up the lard for his cookies, and there was still some left over. And so I took it. But I now have the kitchen back, which, I'm very happy about. Had it for over 30 years, kicked
Oh,
me
wow.
out.
Okay.
So I haven't addressed it yet, but the next thing I'm going to tell him is, okay, if I have kitchen duties, then I go grocery shopping. And I have control over what comes into the, not saying this, but I want to have control what comes into the house. He
Especially
took
since
Rod.
you
because-
cleaned
yeah,
it all. You
Yeah,
cleaned all the cabinets.
I know what, So he took Raj on his errands last Monday. They went to Kroger's, and he was so happy, was so pleased with himself. He said, yeah, I saw the Jiffy corn muffin mix, so I picked up 2. I said, oh, to go with the 3 downstairs? But my corn pudding takes the Jiffy, so. He's gonna go to the post office today and mail his or pick up two small boxes to put some cookies in there for his two brothers.
Mhm.
One's in Florida and the other one's up in Gaylord, so that they can taste Grandma's cookies.
Oh, nice.
nice.
What pressed flower are you working on, Jean?
I'm working on the cardigan. Yeah,
That's,
cardigan.
I have yarn to make the cardigan, but
Yep.
I haven't started it.
I've got the left front done. So I'm working, I just started the back just now. I'm on row 2.
Okay.
So.
Is it pretty easy?
So far, I would say it is. There's like when you can't, it's bottom up and you do the ribbing and then just follow the chart for, I think 5.5 repeats. I did mine a little bit longer than,
Then it said, okay.
yeah. I mean, you're the boss of it, right?
Right.
I just like it a little bit longer, so.
I'm gonna have to see how much yarn I have because, and I'm not a fan of bottom up, really, but if it's a cardigan, it's more forgiving, I think, because you're probably
Right.
wearing, at least I probably will wear it over something. Might wear it over a dress, so shorter might be okay.
Yes, yeah, right. If you're gonna wear it over something like that, for sure.
I like my stuff to be like more versatile, to be able to wear it with different things. So we'll see. I'll have to look at how much I actually bought and what the actual amount is needed.
Okay.
See if I can do that or not. So you did like one extra pattern repeat?
Um,
Because you
let's-
said 5, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's been several days. I can't remember.
Yeah.
1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Carolyn, what are you working on?
Yep, 5
Just like me.
repeats.
It's a
Okay.
baby blanket. It's a corner to corner baby blanket.
Oh, nice.
Next color will be stripes of white with it. Then it'll be a section of white. Then it'll go back to stripes and then finish with a corner of green.
Did you
Nice.
finish your shoot, the sweater, is it vertebrae?
Yeah. I was working on that. That is, I divided for the sleeves, bodies. I've got 2 inches of just plain knitting to do and then ribbing.
Nice.
It's really
Okay.
pretty. I like how the color's coming in.
Me too.
Yeah. So I've been swapping back and forth depending on my mood. But they're both at the no-brainer spot, so it's, except I just,
I like no-brainer knitting, personally.
You
Same.
need that every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I've just got a bankhead hat going, so real simple. I think it's navy. I don't even know what the yarn is, some cheap yarns from somewhere.
Okay.
So yeah, something I'm like, oh, well, I guess we'll just make a hat with this. I was looking for something else. So yeah, that's fine. I'll use that.
Yeah, can't be spending time looking for the right yarn. That's what I do too.
Yeah.
It's so much yarn, but I don't want to paw through it to find it. This'll work.
Well, a lot of it is labeled with the project in a bag, like a plastic bag.
Sure. Yep.
But there's a little bit that is not before I start doing that.
Bankhead hat, is that what it is?
Yeah, real simple. The ribbing that they use is through the back loop and then a purl. I can't remember what that ribbing is called, but it's 1 by 1 through the back loop for the knit side and then purl.
Okay.
And then they have you do about 3 inches of that, and then you do 4 knits and a purl, 4 knits and a purl for the rest of the hat until you decrease.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Real simple. It's a nice looking hat. It fits nice. I started doing them for when I was going to donate a hat, but my husband liked it so well that he's kept several of the ones that I was going to donate, which is fine.
Oh, that's a
Usually what
nice,
I'll do is
yeah.
I'll finish it. It's got a lot of sizes too. Um, and I found out when I knitted the largest size once, it was really big. So I think it was too big for him. So I put that in the donate pile and somebody will fit it, right?
Exactly.
I need to find I was gonna knit this for my son-in-law for Christmas, but I don't think it's gonna happen now. We'll see. It might still. He likes
You have a
the
couple of days. Come on, you don't
yeah.
have to sleep.
well, I don't sleep that much anyway. He likes
Oh,
the 1898 hat. And I bought I think it was Rowan yarns because I wanted to try it. I hadn't used them before. And there's a mohair. He likes to add a mohair. But I was just with him the other day. We stopped and picked them up and we went on to our son's concert. And he was wearing that hat. I didn't even have a coat on. I just had a sweater on.
aw, showing off your hand knits for you.
Yeah. Well, he just really gets cold, being from India, right?
Mm.
All that thin blood going through his veins.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make him a pair of socks at some point. But I thought this Christmas maybe I'd ask everybody to write down their shoe size. And
That's
then
a
we'll
good
go.
idea.
Yeah, just I'll have a whole list. But I know his feet I don't think they're real big and I think they're like thin, You know what
Okay.
I mean? They're not my feet. I take a wide shoe now. I didn't used to. But I think I've noticed him wearing some really like flat dress shoes it's like his feet are really thin. So you have to keep that in mind too, not just the length.
Our niece has very large feet. I think she's like a 12.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah. And she says, I never can get a pair of socks that fit. Wham, wham. So I made her, I know, shame on me. So I made her a pair of fixation because it's so forgiving.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And I made them too big, believe it or not. She says, that's okay, Aunt Diane. I just throw it in the washer dryer and they go back to my size again. I went, okay.
Okay, well,
As long as they work.
And she's appreciative of handmade things.
yeah,
Her
Amrit is
sister is the
too.
total opposite.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And their mom is very, very creative. She can do almost anything. One of those people.
Yeah. My mother-in-law's like that, and my daughter's become like that. Just she'd look at something and do it.
Nice.
She made a mobile for her best friend's baby. And I haven't even talked to her about like she had it and it circled around. It had a motor in it. She
Wow.
covered a lot of the parts with fabric. And then she cut out, I don't know what it was, but I think it might have been like little trees and things because the dad is a hunter. And so the mobile spins around. I won't even get a chance to see it in person because she's already taken it to her. But she sent me some pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, I know the young woman that I'm making the baby stuff for. She is crafty, she likes doing crafts, but she is also very appreciative of
Yeah.
things like this. So there's some people that's like, no, I'm not spending my time.
Right.
because you won't appreciate it, where I know Jenny will appreciate it, so.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yep, it does. And our son, he's lost a bunch of weight. And he said, for the first time ever, I'm cold. I said, you know why, don't you?
No body
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. Well, no, he still has body fat, but a lot less than he had. I think he's about 60 pounds down or something.
Wow,
So that's a good, amount.
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely gonna feel that.
And it's getting so cold so fast and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
blink and you're warm again. It's like,
Yeah.
stop it,
Yeah.
weather.
well, even like yesterday morning when it first went out, it was like 31 and 32 and the snow's sticking to the driveway a little bit. And then a couple hours later, it's 36 and it's still snowing, but it's not sticking anywhere. It's pretty much coming down as rain.
Oh, you got rain. We never got rain. We still have a lot of snow here.
Well, it was snowflakes, but once it hit the road and the drive, it was just wet.
Ugh.
It was like, rain at that point.
Oh, wow.
Then it's supposed to warm up again.
Well,
I was just
That's how
talking to
people- go ahead.
I was just talking to the young man who does the plowing for my in-laws. And he sent me the bill and I'm like, I said, I knew you were really busy the start of the winter. He goes, this is the busiest I've ever been.
Wow.
So, especially the first 2 weeks, pretty much Thanksgiving on for those first 2 weeks, it was nonstop up there.
They're in Traverse City, aren't they?
Yeah. And they'd get, like a foot and then
Oh, wow.
a few more inches here and there, and then it warmed up and a lot melted or at least compacted. And then another storm came through and they got another foot and
Ah,
but their driveway must have completely gotten clear because the other day my father-in-law went and got the mail for the first time. And if there's any snow in the driveway, the neighbor brings it to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We've got that arrangement. And the neighbor brought it to him that day. And he said, well, I'll get it tomorrow unless it snows because the driveway's all clear and it'd be good exercise for me. So it must
A
have
long
been warm.
driveway.
Decent size, yeah. And enough at 98 if there's snow, we don't want him going out in it.
How old
You know,
did you say he
dogs
was?
love them.
98.
Holy cow. Is he
Maybe
by
99.
himself?
No, mom's there with him.
Wow.
She's 92. He's in better shape than she is.
Okay.
What did you say she had done to her back? The surgery?
Kyphoplasty is what the surgery's called. She had a compressed vertebrae, and they go in and they inject basically cement to seal up and harden the vertebrae.
Oof.
Is it pretty miserable?
No. Beforehand, yes, because the compressed vertebrae is extremely painful. It's a 12-minute. The procedure itself is 12 minutes. The doctor said it takes longer for them to position you because you have to kind of be arched. And then
Okay.
he does his thing, and then they have to unposition you, get you on your back, and wake you up. And he said his part's the easy part and the quickest.
Yeah.
Has to wait there for it to harden, and then 2 little stitches because they're only about 2 like little 1-inch incisions on each side of the vertebrae that they go in. And but once she has it done, she's pain free.
Really?
So amazing.
Mhm.
Wonder if that works for disc degenerative disease.
I don't know.
Well, our son, after he lost some of this weight, he started having back trouble. And it's disc degenerative disease, which I also have, and it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And he's having a difficult time standing and cooking and things like that. So I don't know. You would think losing the weight would help, not make it worse.
Yeah. But if he's losing muscle with the fat,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know in the summertime he was trying to walk a mile. But it's harder now
Yeah.
because they were walking their dogs, that was an excuse to go out. Well, this yarn is really hard to see. I usually look at the line of pearls and see if, because every other row you just knit, and then the opposite row you knit 4 and pearl 1. Sometimes I can't tell what I did in the last row.
Oops.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think anybody's couldn't really tell. If I can't
Can't
hardly
tell.
see it,
Yeah, if you
Exactly.
can't see it, then no one else is gonna know.
no. I'm thinking maybe I wasn't consistent the whole way around. It's possible.
Well, this is so mindless. It's knit 3, knit front and back, knit to the end of the row. So you have
Oh, yeah.
120 stitches. Then you switch colors.
Oh, I
I'm
can
at a-
mess that up.
I'm at 102. Of course, you have like 400 stitches just knitting in the round on that one sweater. So
Right? That one I don't mess up too much.
yeah.
Do you remember
it was-
when Charlene's coming home?
On the 2nd.
Okay.
It was
We're
nasty
wondering.
enough yesterday. We didn't go anywhere. Holy cow, it was nasty.
Yeah, I think you were getting it hit more than Diane and I
It's-
were down here.
It snowed a lot of the day here. And I don't think it ever rained. I didn't really pay attention to the temperature out there, but oh my goodness. I heard some wind going on and I thought, no, I saw people going pretty slow down the road here for the most part. There's a few that drive fast no matter what, so whatever. Good luck.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. They like to race. We're right near a corner. We're like 4 houses down the road from a corner and it's a 4-way stop. And especially at night, I think some of them don't stop and some of them stop and then floor it from the corner. And it's like, oh, I know there was one week that they said they'd stopped 4 or 5 people going down this road going close to 100.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, it's a rural road, deer jumping around, the people across the street got goats they don't have enclosed, and chickens, and I'm like, oh my gosh. No, thank you.
Did you see where that truck went through a house?
No.
Yeah. And I think it was actually a condo, but Red Truck showed it in the house, and they were watching TV in that room.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she had gotten up to adjust the curtain or drape, and if she hadn't have done that, she wouldn't be here today.
Oh my
wow.
gosh. Where was that?
Is that the Canton one? I think that was Canton.
Oh my gosh. So near, not that far away.
Mm-mm.
That
And
happened, my in-laws, a grocery delivery, semi was coming down the road and they lived on a rural Route 1 type road and somehow lost control, did hit the neighbor's house, came up and kind of knocked the electric pole on their property and, stopped in their drive, kind of just cut into their driveway. Um, it was a mess. They were without power. Of course, it was, December. So they were without power for a while till the electric company came out but luckily nobody at the house at the corner where it clipped it and took out part of it was hurt. They were in the other room, but same
Wow.
type of thing.
my friend that works at Ford's Garage got a gift card from Ford's Garage, $100 gift certificate to Myers.
Oh,
Wow.
So he went up to Roger and my other son and said, "Oh, look, I could come shop at Myers. That's where he works."
Oh.
Oh, those two.
yeah, I wouldn't want to be at Myers today or tomorrow. I'm sure they're a little
Not
soon.
really. I'm still awaiting one thing to be delivered from Amazon. I don't know.
My daughter was so mad she ordered 2 gifts December 1st, having them shipped here. But and on the 12th of December, it said that the label was printed. And now they're not gonna come until Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Through Amazon?
No,
Okay.
it was a puzzle company. I don't know who it was through, but
She's eating it.
she's just so upset. She's like, those are gifts that I needed. Luckily that both people she was giving them to have birthdays in April and May, so she's just gonna hold it till then, but
Yeah.
she was just so excited about it, now so frustrated, so she had to do some last minute shifting.
Yeah. Shifting.
And she, since they drove up yesterday and they left later, she's like, she asked me, she goes, would you be able to go out and pick up some gift cards? So that was one of my errands yesterday. I ran out and grabbed a couple gift cards and
Dale had his 6-week post-op, and Doc is real happy with what he's doing.
good.
And
Are
he
they
said,
scheduling his next one?
well, we did talk about it, and but he still has another, is it 8 week? More PT. And this doctor does not push anything. He lets you decide what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a great quality about him. And so he asked Dale about PT, and Dale kind of hesitates. And I said, my feelings on that is he does PT 3 days a week, but he can't do anything near what he does there at home.
Right.
It's impossible. And so Dale said, yeah, I think I need more. So then that kind of, oh, okay, good. Well, what we're going to do. And then he goes ahead. And I said, now, what about his next surgery, his other knee? He said, tell you the truth, you could do it now.
Oh.
Meaning he could schedule, but he's not going to do it. It wouldn't be done until at least a month out. And we're like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. And then, we also brought in that, okay, you get it done in February. In the middle of April, we're going to be going up to Haas, go up to the tiny house. I said, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, unless you could get
Doctor.
it done in January.
Well, that's just it. They can't guarantee it would be done that quick.
Yeah.
And he said, and if you were to do it now, some people have great, doesn't
Mhm.
hurt the other, the surgical knee. And other people have a real problem with it. So we're talking next October,
Oh, wow.
which is fine. It gives them relief
Yeah.
from, all the things he has to do. And so
He can enjoy his summer and
exactly. And he can do his trains. I don't think he'd be able to do, play trains every month.
Does he do the quarter size or something?
I think it's the 11th. The 11th, 1/11th of a real one.
Oh, okay. So it's
You
pretty
can still
small.
ride them.
Oh, you can.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Where does he go to do that?
Different places because there's train clubs that he belongs to. And
Oh,
they have their property is big enough they have several tracks.
oh, wow. I was unaware that that was going on.
Oh yes.
So does he own parts? Does he own like pieces or?
Oh, he built his own train. Utah. My husband just came upstairs. How would you explain your train?
Oh, look at that service with a smile.
ice.
Merry Christmas, ladies.
Well,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Anyways, my train is 1/8 actual size, so you ride on it rather than watch it go round and round on a track.
Okay.
And mine is battery powered, but there are people that have actual steam engines
Oh, wow.
or gas mechanical engines. And it can be whatever your heart wants to make or pay for.
So the train in Bridgeport, I can't remember what it's called. Something Junction, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. We go
our Junction Valley.
Okay.
not that big.
It's about half that size.
Okay.
That one, he started, his idea was he had an old Buick engine out of a car. So he built the railroad around that. So
Okay.
that was like quarter scale. So it's
Okay.
That was the original question Mary had. Was it quarter?
so
So you can't use his tracks.
no,
Okay.
no, mine would fall in between the rails.
Right.
His is roughly 15 inches between the rails,
Okay,
where mine is 7.5 inches between the rails.
okay. So
Okay.
you trailer this around to different locations?
Mhm.
Um,
Back
most
to-
people do. I designed mine so that it would fit in the back of my pickup truck.
Oh, fun.
So I've got an engine, a gondola, and a caboose.
How
So-
fun.
They don't have any riding cars?
The gondola is the riding car.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you sit on the engine. Somebody can ride on the gondola, and there's one seat on the caboose.
Oh, how fun.
Yep.
We were talking about your surgery.
Ah.
And if you had surgery done beginning of the year, you probably wouldn't be able to do trains.
Most likely not.
Gotta do your trains.
Uh-huh.
So what's
that
the
was-
season for the train club?
Our club runs May through, they do run till November, but it gets iffy in November.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Are you going
sounds
to
like an
help me?
interesting
Yeah.
hobby.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot of nice people.
Yeah. So do you go and stay overnight a lot or pretty much stay in Michigan and do things in Michigan?
The club I belong to is in Northwest Ohio,
Okay,
but there is one track that Frank and I go to. It's north of Grand
Right.
Rapids,
okay.
and would like to go up there and do a 2-day run instead of a 1-day run. But
Okay.
depends on the calendar.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, have
Well,
a good time,
Merry
ladies.
Christmas.
It's very.
Merry, Merry.
Well, you learn something new every day, huh?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
Exactly.
Since his surgery, everything is so drawn out in detail. It's like,
Hmm.
mm,
Got extra time to think.
I went in. What did I do? I went in and asked him a question. And it was about the cookies. And he said, well, what I do when I put peanut butter, he said, I put water in. I know what it was. He has one of those stand-up mixers. And I talked to him about, what to put it on because I haven't used it forever. And he said, well, now when you do the peanut butter, put the water in the measuring cup. And then I said, the peanut butter is already in the measuring cup. I'm asking you about mixing it.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm afraid if I ask them one that I need in depth would be totally different. Carolyn, what do you have? I'm reading the picture behind you. Frank
Frank
Lloyd
Lloyd Wright.
Wright, architect.
It's one of his buildings, one of the Frank Lloyd Light.
Ooh,
I
nice.
move and it goes. There we go. Oh, Oh, this stupid camera. I
No.
have no idea why it does that. It's following me when I'm trying to, focus on something else. It's one of the, it's like a blueprint drawing of one of Frank Lloyd Wright's
Oh, there you
house
go.
designs.
That's perfect. Yeah.
It's in the dining room.
Nice.
Our dining table and cabinet are the Craftsman style, and we really liked. We found that print and one others of his, and
Was it already framed or you had to frame it?
no, it was already framed when we found it. Which that's the same color as the table and chairs and the cabinet,
Ooh.
the hutch, so worked out perfect.
It's fun when that happens.
Yep.
One of my friends called me last night. Her niece wants to learn how to crochet. And my friend doesn't do that knitting nor crocheting. And so she went online to see if she could get her, help. And to make a long story short, I said, they have a lot of free patterns on line if you go into Interweave or Barocco. And some of them has a link to the YouTube for a tutorial and shows you how to do it. She was wrecking her brain. She kept going into different websites and they only had kits, and the kits were a little more costly than what she wanted to spend for someone just 9 years old trying out something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her final decision was. But she is such a nice aunt.
Finish this row, and then I will have to sign off a little early today.
Okay.
Get
Are you
the
going to do
cookies.
baking?
Yep. Gotta get cookies done and presents wrapped, and before I
What
had
kind of
these two.
cookies?
Making kind of a butter cookie with pecan, so pecan sandy, I guess you'd call it.
I like making those because then you don't have to have a pie.
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, because I like pecan pie, but with that,
Mhm. Oops, and now my son-in-law's calling. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. Hey, what's up? Okay.
you're not on mute.
Yeah, we don't have to be quiet.
Nope. Now we can say things about Carolyn. She can't comment, but she'll get us later. God love her. I like making these socks so much, and I tried them on last night. Great fit.
Oh,
Frank goes,
cool.
"Who are those for?" I went, "Me." They're
What's the
really.
name of that one?
This is the one we talked about last week. They're just
Okay,
my box. But I'm
I
making
printed
them
out
knee
the
socks.
pattern.
Pardon me?
I printed out the pattern.
It's easy, easy,
Yeah.
easy.
It's toe up. You said it was toe up.
Correct.
Yep.
But the color that I really wanted to get to was the blue. And where my finger is up is where the blue is.
Of course.
And I thought, well, that's okay because I'm going to keep going and then I can
Yeah.
just fold them down and I can see my blue.
Is this the box unique yarn? Is that what
Yes.
that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got some new unique yarn, so maybe that's what I'll pull out to make with that.
I really enjoy working with it.
I've also
Yeah.
got there's I can't remember what it's called, but there's a pattern in a kit out from it's Amble Yarn, whatever that company is. Amble Yarn.
Look at that
And
brand.
it's little Santa faces that go all the way around. It's adorable.
Oh,
I have the yarn for it, but I have not even, it's not close to my radar right now, I don't think. It was, but
we went to Dunham's and when you first walked in the door, there were socks,
oh,
warm socks, that you wouldn't wear outside. I wouldn't wear them outside. I'm using them for slippers.
yeah.
But they have aloe infused in them.
Oh, yeah.
So I bought 6 pair. And because one of my friends, she said her feet are so dry.
Mine
Yeah.
are dry. Yep.
Perfect thing. I'm going to give her those.
Yep.
But now I'm not going to see. I thought that she was going to be here for knitting it last Wednesday. And she said, oh, no, my daughter's coming in and so on. So she's not
Oh,
going
yeah.
to stocks till after Christmas.
Well, that's okay. It's still dry then too.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And of course, I have to have a pair for me. And I haven't
course.
gotten them out yet. I'd like to see how they work before I really give them to someone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called doing the research.
Yes,
Yeah.
and reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Okay,
might decide that you're the only one that'll like them.
Maybe.
my son-in-law was just Christmas shopping for my daughter and he's like, oh, but wait, Katie said you might have gotten some books and I just bought her a bunch of books. I'm like, no, I didn't get her any books, so you're good.
That was
Oh,
nice of him to check.
Yeah, of course it was after he had just bought them, so, but no, he's all good.
that's when you think about it. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get it and you go, oh, shoot, she said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get her gift cards for the places she likes to get books because I'd rather she go pick them out because she knows what. Of course, apparently she has a whole list that she was giving him, and I'm like, you didn't give me a list.
Right.
But anyway, well, I need to get off, but you guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You
You as
too.
well. Merry Christmas.
Now, are we
And,
going to do this next Saturday or no?
you guys can, I can't guarantee anything because I'll be up north.
And next Saturday's my family Christmas, so I would be only on for just a couple, like just to say hi. So,
Then we
Okay.
should just cancel.
Pick
So
up.
it's a no.
it's up
So
to,
then,
yeah, I'm good with canceling.
Okay.
well, I don't even know how to get on how to start it. If I don't
You
know who's
just-
been starting.
You just sign in, the first person that signs in and the last person that signs off. And
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, and the following Saturday is my big family Christmas, so
Oh,
probably won't see you guys until the 11th.
Okay.
all righty.
well,
Are you going
then,
to do the deadline with Charlene? That starts 8, 9, 10, on the 11th?
I bet the 11th will be our first time with Charlene too. Yeah.
probably. Unless she
Okay.
starts it on the 4th, but she'll send out a message to us, so.
Okay.
But probably
Okay.
the 11th would be my guess.
Okay.
So would the number change then maybe?
Probably,
Okay,
yeah,
But
I'll
she
let you
always
know.
attaches that, so
yeah.
you're good.
okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Merry
Okay, well-
Christmas, Happy New Year,
Merry
Yes.
Christmas, Happy New
Christmas.
Year, everybody.
safe
Take care.
travels.
Bye.
I'm gonna take off too, because I have a birthday party we have to go to and have to leave in about 20 minutes, so.
Okay.
Gotta get myself together.
Okay, sounds good.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas. See you in a few weeks.
Okay,
Bye.
safe
Bye.
travels.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
You too.
I'm thinking of asking asking Carolyn if she'd show me when Charlene gets back in to look at all the box sock yarns,
Uh-huh.
and then have her put aside the ones that I like. And then Charlene can even take them out of the inventory. What do you think?
Good idea. Yeah. I'd kind of like to get a few of them too. I'm guessing that she shut her website down when she left. I haven't looked there at all.
Oh, I haven't either. Didn't even think about that, to tell you the truth. Just took for granted.
Right, me too. I mean, I thought about it a couple times and then I thought, well, I'm pretty sure she would have shut it down, so.
Did you see, and I'm sure you did, yeah, you answered it. Charlene's sweater,
Yes, it was
the Komodo.
beautiful,
Isn't that gorgeous?
beautiful. Wonder what she's gonna knit while we're making ours. Maybe she'll make pressed flowers.
Maybe.
She can
That
make it
is
a
coming
less
so
wild
pretty.
color. This is fun to knit. It's a little bit neon, but it's fun to knit.
Oh, it's beautiful. How
Oh,
many
it is.
stitches?
I'll wear it. I'm sure I'll wear it, but
Oh, of course.
there's like, I don't know, there's what is that? Oh, I never can remember the name of it, but it's more soft pinks and pastels, the Spin Cycle colorway. I was
Ah,
like, that would make a nice one with black, maybe. See, I'm already planning my next one. Gosh.
mm, that's so pretty, so very pretty.
And it's just, at least in my opinion, it's a lot easier than what, now, I'm not done with it yet. But it's a lot easier than what I thought. And
Don't you really like those surprises?
yes. There was a gal on Instagram that made this, and she made hers like, um, I don't know, almost to her knees, I think,
Wow.
and put a shawl collar on it. It's got a V neck with a rib, with just the 2x2 rib, I think. But she put like a thick shawl fold over collar. It
Oh,
was really
nice.
cool. That's what inspired me to actually make one, but I didn't make it as long as hers and I'm not gonna do the fancy collar. But, and then I
Do you-
believe, if I remember correctly, it might have been her mother that really liked the sweater, and so she gave it to her and made herself another one.
I have another cowl behind me that I'm going to be making. The more I look at it, the more I like it.
Oh, boy.
I will take it out of the sleeve so it doesn't. It's the Issa cowl, Issa.
Oh, I think, yeah, did Charlene make that?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I'm using these colors.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Are those Spin Cycle?
Yes.
Both of them. Oh, I love it.
Isn't that pretty? I keep looking and I won't put it in what I'm working on because if I do, it's going on my needles.
Yep.
And I'm trying to behave.
Yep, I've got it in my, yep. So did Charlene make hers out of two spin cycles also?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, this does to do that, okay. That's just crazy.
And I pulled out my mink yarn to show the ladies what I was gonna do next.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, it is so soft. I so love it.
And this one, I think I have one more hank of that if you need it.
Okay,
Keep going.
I'm gonna show you what I did with. I actually went a lot of my shawls and different things. This is my brown mink that I had bought during one of Charlene's Facebook sales.
Okay, wow. Oh, that would be so fun to wear.
That looks orange. It's really brown. Wonder if I've
It's
got
all,
that.
it's all one color, or is it a
Yeah.
gradient?
It has hues in it,
Okay,
but the back is, see how squared off it is?
yes.
And it just, you put it on. I know I always keep putting it on cockeyed. Oops, wrong. But then
Oh,
once
that's
you
very
fiddle
good.
with
Yeah.
it, you know,
Yeah,
I like how the back is,
that's nice.
but in between, see, no, I can't find what I'm looking for. The one side just falls and it's on your shoulders, so it doesn't slip. When you put it on, it's
Okay.
there.
That's nice.
So, but I was going through some of the things that I made and haven't worn. And so I'm going to be gifting.
Nice. That's very
And
nice.
I'm lucky enough to have people in my life that I can gift to. And
That's very
appreciate.
cool.
And I did reblock the shawl that we talked about last week.
Yep, and you're happy with how that came out?
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh,
So
good.
very happy about it. I'm glad I did that.
What was the name of the shawl you just showed me?
Mm,
Called it brown, please? No, that's okay.
a friend of mine gave me the pattern. But I'll text it to you.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Good enough.
But she's in my Wednesday morning group and
Okay.
she would call me and say, I'm having a problem. I'm here. Like I'm looking at the pattern with her and I don't have the pattern. And I said, I really don't know what to tell you because I don't have the pattern.
Oops.
So she started giving me a copy so that when she calls me, I can go to that pattern.
There you go.
And that was one of them. She's such a loon. So I made it and I made the small. And she said, well, no, I want it longer, blah, blah. I said, Mary, I made the small. If you make it, you will make a larger size. And still, it was not registering what I was saying. So I knitted it and she will never knit it.
There you go.
So it's like, whatever.
Nicola's got another, well, she's got a couple of patterns out, but she did a pair of gloves in that, is it Treppenviertel or Trappenviertel? The one
Yes.
that has the shawl and the hat. I think there's a hat. So
Yes.
she's got gloves now, and I was like, oh, those are so cool. I wonder if I could make them fingerless.
Ooh. Gonna look it up and see.
I'm not sure if it's out. I think I saw it on, I follow her on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She'll do little like stories, at the top so that they don't get saved, but she'll do countdowns and stuff of her new patterns.
Oh. Mhm. She is such a neat lady.
She really is. I Oh, she just came out with a little scarf called Last Minute that kind of reminds me of that petite knits that we were doing last year that ties around your neck. It's really, really cute. And then, no, I don't see the gloves yet.
Mhm. Didn't she say something about those gloves?
She might have. I think, I don't know.
They're
They were,
true gloves, right?
excuse me?
They're true gloves like this.
Yes, they have fingers in them, yes. Yep,
Yeah, that pattern came out in 23.
okay. But does it say Treppenviertel on it?
Says a lot of things. Yeah.
Okay.
See in the corner?
Oh, oh, okay. Wow, I'll have to, 2023?
February 7th, 2023.
I wonder if these are in. Well, doggone.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
awesome. Another one to add to my cart for when Charlene gets back.
You're gonna have a library.
I have to see if I got that last minute. I was gonna put that in my cart also. Nope, I didn't. Did you look at the last minute one? I just thought that was kind of nice too.
Yep, I'm going there now.
Oh, here it is, okay.
Oh, oh my goodness.
I think it's
Last
cute.
minute brings up a boatload of stuff. Should I put last minute scarf, maybe?
If you put it, did you put in her name?
No.
I will, here, I'll just text it to you.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, see, all I had to do was start the procedure and you found it. Nice.
It's this one, right?
Yes, yes. And you can use any, use any weight yarn.
You know, in her pictures, that she puts on, her face on her patterns.
Uh-huh.
She is so pretty in, when she's on Zoom with us.
Uh-huh.
You look at this and it's like, that's not you. Maybe her personality comes out, when she's Zooming with us, that makes her really cute. I think she's just a wonderful lady.
Me too. I really
Ah.
enjoy when she gets on with us. I still remember the last time when she was on with us. Yeah.
Looks like croissants.
Or I was thinking of the things that caterpillars make. What are those?
Cocoons.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding.
but what were you gonna say? Last time-
Last time when she was on with us, and I don't remember, we must have been knitting on her dress still, and she was making a pair of socks for her husband. And she said he had feet like Yeti, so they were huge. It was- Oh my gosh, you gotta really love somebody to make socks for huge feet.
Is it jogging? The one that Charlene makes for Randy?
Could
Sock?
be. How long has that one been out?
This is, right?
Well, that just came out in June of this year, but I know she's got a certain pattern that she likes to make
Yeah.
for Randy. But those look interesting too, don't they? Are they
They
top down?
do.
Heel flap, top down. Oh, into the cart it goes. Oh, it's already, okay, I must have already bought it.
I was gonna say, you better look first.
Yeah, size 1.5 needles. 1.5 US.
That's what I'm using on these socks, 1.5.
That's a good size, I
Mhm.
think.
My next box of sock yarn is a lot brighter than the ones I'm working on now. But they're so pretty. So many fun things to do and not enough time to do them.
I know it. So are you gonna be baking today when we get done here?
Not knowing exactly what Dale's doing out there. Because he said something about stopping at Kroger's and picking something up. So if he picks up what I need, yeah.
Okay.
But he is. I think he's really getting cabin fever.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
But he
We
can
had gotten,
he can drive where he wants now, right?
oh yes,
Okay.
but it's. What was it last Monday? I think it was last Monday. No, it had been Tuesday. Whatever. Anyway, the beginning of the week. No, it was Sunday. He said, well, can I go with you to Aldi's? And we kind of laughed and said, sure. Well, that pretty much took all the gusto out. So it's once he gets there, the getting there is now not the problem because he can drive. It's once he gets there, how much walking.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't use a cane at all. So
Okay. Would pushing a cart help him?
it did at Aldi's, but then he wouldn't say anything until we got home that I
Man,
said, "You're done in for the day, are you?"
well, at least he got out.
Oh, yeah. And then we got a call from um, our financial advisor and he had a DocuSign for us. Well, he had a document we had to sign. And I said, well, could we DocuSign it? And so he said yes. And Dale goes, well, we can go up on Friday. It's like 12 mile and is it back? No, can't be back. It's a little bit closer to home. But I mean, it's like a half-hour ride up there.
Uh-huh.
And then to sign something that he can shoot an email to me and I can DocuSign it. And
Yep, but got him out of the house though, right?
well, I said no. Well, if we had, and he said, and then we'll stop at the tiny house and well, not really. Stop at the campgrounds. And I said, well, are you sure the office is open that day? Because you can only get in to the campgrounds when the office is open. And they're there Monday through Friday. I think it's 10 to 4, but
Okay.
you have to call first because you don't know what the weather's like. And to get to the tiny house, we have to, drive through the campgrounds
Right, it might be snowy or whatever.
and they don't plow them. They
Yeah,
just
right.
do up front to the office. Yeah.
That makes sense. Do they have a gate across that you can't even physically get in? Yep.
Right. And our gate card doesn't work. They, what do you call it?
They shut it down in the off season?
They do, they shut the card off. And so the only way you can get, well, you could walk in, I guess, but
But if they're open, then you can go and make sure everything's good in your camper.
absolutely,
Your
yeah.
tiny house. I shouldn't call it a camper.
The, I'm trying to think. Someone had tried to get in there, I think previous seasons ago, and they told us the story that he did try walking, but there was so much snow, he didn't get very far. Okay. But we talked about the tiny house and what we're doing. Well, now that we know this is really like our first year, this
Yeah,
past summer, and that we really got to know what was going on. And I said, well, going forward, because he didn't want to do October because the grounds, camp was still open. But everything pretty much shuts down the end of September. And you can still come in and camp through October, but really nothing's happening at all. So
yeah. Are there people there that stay there until October, then go south for the winter to a different tiny home?
I don't know if I know one person has a tiny home that they go up here and then down there. But other people, they usually stay up here through October and then venture down. One of them that I worked with, they go down to Texas
Oh, wow.
and they don't have a true house. They sold their house
Okay.
and they're now in, is it a fifth wheel up here? And then they also have a motorhome that they're trying to sell. but that's where they live out of those two.
Wow. Cool.
And seeing how they're seasonal, they can really take the one out of storage, put it on their site, and then whatever one, the other one that they use to take south.
Nice.
We were walking through Hobby Lobby and I saw these flowers that were not real. And I said, oh, we could probably take these up to the tiny house and put them out. Because with this past summer, with it being so hot, and
Yeah.
we'd be away, for a few days, and we'd come back, and what we planted would take a couple of days to revive it. So it was shocking him so much that the ones on the porch, at least. But he has plumerias that he
Okay.
takes up there because it gets really, he took one up. He has two of them. He took one up to see how it weathered.
Uh-huh.
It weathered very well.
Oh, good.
So he might take both of them up. So I have to wait and see what happens.
I'll have to look that one up. I've heard of it, but I don't have a mental picture.
It's really nice.
We've got a couple of hibiscus plants that this is like the third winter for one of them and the second winter for the other one that we've been enjoying. We put them outside on the deck in the summer and bring them in the winter.
I tried that one time, growing one, not in and out like that though. My mother-in-law had given us one. This woman has the greenest thumb in town, and I don't have that luxury.
I'm not real good at it either, but so far we've kept the hibiscus alive.
Last year was also a learning curve for the 10 by 10 garden spot that they give us.
That's right, yeah.
And, it's a learning curve for them and us. And they say they watered it, but even though they watered it, things were awfully dry every time we went up there, over there, whatever. And I think they put too many spots in to begin with, that there was so much. If they would have let the grass grow over half the sites they put up, but they didn't know how many people were going to sign up either. And I think it would be far better because people would maintain their gardens. Where if you have, like with us, we were on a corner spot, which was good because we didn't have anybody on two of ours, so we could just walk in.
Okay.
But then everything that was growing around us came in, and pretty much, it was weeds and crabgrass and big, I don't know what.
Yeah.
And, so my opinion would be, okay, figure out how many people you have, and every other one, don't have them next to each other, but have them, one in between that's not rented out.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't, because I would, oops, turn the wrong way. I would go out there and I would weed around and then go into our spot. But next year we're gonna look at things a little different.
Did you grow like vegetables or?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We had tomatoes, cucumbers, we planted the corn and whoever came in and ate the corn. And what did we do? And beans, was it string beans? But it said that around your corn, you should plant these beans and they complement one another and they feed off of one another.
Yeah.
And I took for granted when I was at work that Dale was manning the garden. Guess what? Wrong. Dale's
Oh,
idea of doing the garden, God love him, is okay, I plant, you take care of. I'm at work. I can't take care of.
uh, so are you gonna be working again this summer?
I'm hoping to. They did ask if I would consider coming back, and I said yes.
Cool.
But you know, and there was also talk about not opening the camp store next year. So not knowing what they're going to do.
Oh. Wasn't getting that much traffic?
Nope.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
interesting. Must be people just get in their cars and go get what they want somewhere else.
Well, most of the, I shouldn't say most, it used to be where the campgrounds, people would come in and rent for the month or the week or a weekend. Well, now
Right.
they're getting more and more seasonal people.
Right.
So whatever you do for your own home, you know, like here, do the same thing up there, you know, grocery wise.
Right.
And what was it? Somebody came in and they got ice cream and whatever it was like $5. And he said, no, I think it was $7 for 2 items. And when I told him, he looked at me like I was out there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And he said, no, I'm not paying that. He said, I can get a dozen for that amount. I said, well, sorry.
Yeah. But it was just supposed to, like when we would go camping when our kids were young, the camp store, yeah, it had a lot of good stuff in it, but you know, it would just be like if you needed a package of hot dog buns or whatever, and you would go get them there instead of having to get in the car and go to the store. But yeah, I can see if you were a seasonal person, you would just keep your place stocked up and not pay the high price.
And it's amazing that there was this one kid would come in and I knew ahead of time that he would be charging to site his parent site. And he was, I'm trying to think now if he was preteen or teen, you know, right in there around 13.
Okay.
And he would come in and he would spend like $20 or whatever. And then the rest of the day he'd say, charge it to site V10. Okay. And I mean, we're talking sometimes, not every day. It could rack up to like $100 in one day for that site.
Wow. I just said, wow.
I know because they were playing games and then coming in and buying goodies. And you know, I think they're Smarty, the necklaces that you can
Okay. Yep.
wear or eat.
Okay.
Those were $1 and they would buy 10 at a time. They'd buy us out.
Wow.
A Tootsie Pop sucker,
Yeah.
99 cents.
My,
Yeah. I said, this is wrong, right? They went, no, it's 99 cents for that. People actually pay that?
wow.
I mean, even 50 cents is kind of on the high side, but still.
I know, I'm old enough to remember the term penny candy, so you know.
Not there.
But yeah, the prices weren't that crazy at our little camp store, but I can remember because my kids would get on their bikes and go, you know, ride down there, which in real life they didn't get to do that, you know, just take off on their bikes. But they had candy cigarettes in that store. And of course they had to have them, and I'm like, oh, I just was very anti pretend that you smoke, but I don't know, they mostly survived it.
We had those, and remember some of them, they had a type of powder or something in them that you'd see the powder come out.
I think
And-
those were those the gum ones that had the paper and then you could like pretend you were smoking with and then chew the gum. Was it possibly gum? I was-
Maybe that I don't remember, but going every week we would go to my grandma and grandpa's. And we always had to stop, it seemed like always. We'd stop at the train track because the train was going by. And these kind of lit up in the dark. And we'd be in the back seat. And
Oh, they
we'd be
lit up.
smoking.
Oh, cool.
And the people around us in the cars would go, thinking we were really smoking, these little kids
Funny.
smoking. And my parents would be in the front seat knowing nothing about what we were doing in the back seat. But they were getting all these dirty looks.
Oh, that's funny.
And then we decided that, I think it was about the 8th grade, my sister and brother started smoking
For real. Yeah.
for real. And I think it was, can't remember now if it was both of them or just one, but the neighbor across the street saw them going on the side of the house and smoking and told my parents. And my dad sat them down, and my dad smoked. And he sat him on the couch and made them smoke one cigarette after another. And for a whole pack. I mean, he'd put it there and he'd say, okay, you smoke those and you don't finish until that pack's gone. Well, you'd get sick
Yeah, for sure. Did that cure them for a while?
for a while, yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a smoker also. And I can't remember how many of my siblings smoked. More than one. There were 8 of us, so.
Wow. There was only the 3 of us.
Eight is a car full. Actually, more than.
Almost a baseball team.
That's okay. By the time the youngest was born, the oldest was 19. So
Oh.
I was
Any
50.
twins?
What's that?
Were there any twins?
I have triplet sisters.
Are you a triplet?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. They're 8 years younger than me. And yep. So there was 4 girls and 4 boys.
Wow. Poor mom, triplets. Ooh,
Yeah, that was back in 1963. It just was, that wasn't very common then. I think it's more common now with all the fertility treatments and whatnot.
because they plant so many.
Yeah.
I had a friend, well, it was a coworker actually turned into a friend, that she had twins. So they brought me in to help cover her spot. And then she came back to work. And then a few years later, she became pregnant again. And I said to her very cautiously, I said, I hope you don't mind me asking, but aren't you afraid that you may have another set of twins? She said, oh yeah, but this is what we want. And I'm like, okay. And she did. She had another set of twins.
Holy mackerel.
The first ones were a boy and girl, and the second set were 2 boys.
Wow.
But she was an incredible mom. Boy, she was good. we kind of thought that Frank was going to be a twin because I got so big. And Doc kept saying, nope, nope, there's only one. See, there's only one. I said, there could be one hiding. He's, no, no. He said, I'll tell you what, if you have twins, I'll give you $200. I said, okay. So walking into, I had a C-section because I make big-headed babies. Well, Frank came in with a big body too. He was 10, 14.
Oh my gosh, that's
Mhm.
huge. Wow.
He came home the exact length and weight as my Roger was at 3 months.
Wow. That's a huge baby. Wow.
And now he's very tall and very skinny.
Interesting.
Oh, dang it, dropped a stitch way back here. Donna says that she tried using this yarn for socks. And as she told Charlene, it, the yarn keeps splitting. I can't work with that yarn, it keeps splitting. And Charlene's, she hates it when people say the yarn rather, keeps splitting. It's no, the knitter is splitting the yarn, not the yarn splitting.
Good point.
So she gave, and Donna's the one that they went to school together. That
Okay.
you sometimes hear people talking about.
She went to
And
school, she and Charlene went to school together?
mhm.
Okay.
And she knits equally as fast, if not faster, than Charlene.
Wow.
And she always has a pair of socks going. And she keeps that in her purse. So she'll be sitting there, they'll be at a bar, she'll be sitting there and she'll be knitting away and talking with you. And are you knitting? She said, somebody will say, and she'll go, yeah. But you're not looking at your yarn. She said, yeah, I know. And then someone caught her knitting in church. And she said, well, either I knit in church and pay attention to what's being said, or I don't knit and I can't stay concentrating on what she's saying. Oh, okay. And they kind of like, yeah, all right. So she's funny. She's funny.
Oh my gosh.
She went with them to Australia.
Oh, cool. That looked like such a wonderful trip, didn't it? Wow.
She had a great time. And I love all the pictures that Charlene's sending.
Yes. That's just, wow. Trip of a lifetime.
Donna came over after she'd been back for at least a week, maybe a week and a half. She comes and deals it. So, are you back to normal? And she goes, oh, hell no.
Oh,
I don't know how Charlene's going to do it.
yeah, I wondered about that because it seems like it's usually easier going one way than the other. I don't know, but they're so, I mean, she's a whole day off pretty much. So I don't know. But that would be a lot.
You know, we had talked about possibly going, and needless to say, we ended up not going.
Right.
And here, listening to everybody, I don't know if I would really enjoy it. You know, with I don't know how my body would react to all that traveling. And Donna said that they were on a plane several times, even during the week.
Wow. Not for me. I mean, I'm glad other people enjoy it, but I'm just like grateful for my surroundings and when so like Charlotte, I really enjoy looking at her photos and whatnot. It's just so
Mhm.
cool. My youngest has been on a lot of different trips, but I just don't feel the need at this point in time.
I used to like traveling, but I traveled for work. But
Oh, cool.
the last couple of years, it was mainly California, mainly San Francisco, because that's where our director liked the best.
Okay, where did you work?
Merrill Lynch.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got the buyout in 08,
Okay,
and my last day at work was June 29th, I think it was. It was the end of June anyway. And September, I'm walking down the stairs and I had the news on and I hear Bank of America buys Merrill Lynch.
wow.
So I call my guys, and of course they're all in the conference room because the announcement just came over. And then I called my girlfriend who used to work at Merrill Lynch and then moved over to UBS. And she heard my voice and she said, "Yep, Bank of America bought Merrill."
Wow. I think we had Maryland stock back in a long, long time ago, but interesting.
I'm watching my room get darker and then come back a little bit. It's weird.
Yeah,
Sun's coming in and out.
must be. Yeah, now that you say that, I see that.
That's probably how I dropped the stitch.
Yeah, blame it on that.
Sure, couldn't possibly be
Somebody's
me.
out there shining a light. Oh, shoot. Well, I just accidentally looked at my phone. I see that it's noon
Oh,
and coming up on the end of a row, so I guess.
yeah, I gotta get a brighter light so I can pick up my stitch.
Okay.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and
Wow. See
see
you
you next
when we're
year.
working on Comodo.
Yeah,
All right, take care.
you too. Bye.
Bye.